Konnichiwa Nakama, I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for the Mummy Dark Universe Stories, Chapter 2. Previously, while exploring an underground tomb in the search of a sacred book of spells, Nick, Vale, and their hired guide, Jensen, stumble upon a pair of voices in a chamber just ahead of them. Chapter 2, Scars. I had to use a little ticket for this. It takes about 5 hours to generate it. So it's a lot longer than choices. What do you think happened here? I can't tell. Is that... Oh, God. I can't believe this. What did you do? I don't think they heard. Hello? Is someone here? Yes, I'm a tourist. Keep silent. Alrighty, we'll just... Is that Jensen? Isobel. I hope it's not a male or a female or I'm gonna... Yeah. Are you out there? Ah, there's a female, son of a... Yes, it's me. Okay, it's me. You can see me. It's obvious we're all down here. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, no, he's joking. We're really at home. Oh, I'm sorry, Isobel. I'm so sorry, John. I didn't realize you two had the sole possessorship of... Okay. Just... What in the bloody hells are you doing here? Trying to find my car keys. Come off. That's just childish. You're being child right now. You really are. You already have it down, don't you? You already found the book. I don't believe this. No, we don't have it. We just got here. Let's all stare at one another awkward. I don't think we've ever met, right? We haven't met. Who are you? Again? I'm Blake. This is Dr. Mulrooney. Wait, how do you all know each other? Wait, go back a second. How do you all know each other? That's a good question. It's like Rorschach test. All the different angles to it. Stop. He's John Banning. I'm Isabel Evans. We're both anthropologists. John's an archaeologist, too. We all met in school. Mr. Blake, Dr. Mulrooney, these people are... we used to dig together a little ways back. Until we didn't. Are you two, taking a tour? You're from... I'm good at this. You're from Hartford, I want to say. And it was either this or Africa, and you picked this because there's less shots involved. Am I hot or cold? Hot. You're really hot, man. Yeah. Oh, you're right on the money. Well, we'll be out of your hair in just, what, 15 minutes? 20? We have some water, if you're... What? Fail! We're supposed to be touring, and you just, hey, let me blab at the mouth. What the We know about the book of set. That's why we're here, too. Yeah, you told them? Really, man? I haven't, told them. John, they hired me solely to come here and find it. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but finders keepers, guys. Playground rules, law apply here. I mean, come on. You found it already? We need it more than you. You found it already? You have it already? No. Isabel? We haven't found it. Just how in the living... John, how did you find this place? I'm sure the same way you did. Yeah, I don't know if we should be talking about this in front of... Yes, I'm quite right. Alright, enough. We're all here, okay? Can we just take a second and appreciate that? It's the Tomb of the Sacred Voyager, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. So let's be adults. Can we be adults? Can we get on the same page here? First, what do you two plan on doing with it? The book, I mean. Research. Short answer is research, which is true. This is true. And the long answer, it's complicated. To this, John says something sarcastic, something about the Book of Dead pamphlets being available in the novelty shops, and they all start going at it again. But Nick barely hears them, his attention drawn to a peculiar soft and sound, a softly oscillating noise, a pulse like wings underwater. It's quickly revealed to be the rhythmic drumming of their 3 heartbeats, traveling by waves from their chest to the extremities, out the cave's dead air circulation. And Nick, in his pulled gasp of time, can now, if he tries, hear a faint something that sounds inexplicably like whispering sermons of their interior lives. I have to pick someone? Isabel, Jensen, John. Jensen. Jensen's thoughts halt and stutter out. Not getting commission or credit on the... I don't care if they get it out there first. Banning cheated some. Isabel looks like she's put on a little weight. Blake shouldn't think I am trying to put one over. Their thinking recedes, leaving as quickly as they came, and Jensen notices something in the corner. Oh my! Is that... Yes, we think it's Chris. Mr. Blake, Dr. Mulrooney, Chris was... He's called a prince. Well, not a prince. I was just... Yes, Heavenly Father, he wasn't a bloody prince. He was the only son to the leader of the 7 Jackals. At the time, this place was thought to be the only known burial chamber the Jackals ever constructed. The book must be here. Jensen, wait, look. Oh, God, what? We're 30 seconds ahead of you. We just found them like this. Apparently they've been drained of everything. Like, either they got drained of everything or they died and just sat down there. You had nothing to do with this? Who are they? How'd you beat us here? You had nothing to do with this? You just found them? They're skeletons? Mr. Blake, you can trust them. Can I? Really? The last woman we trusted tried to kill us, so... And then the guy before that tried to kill us too, and then... Huh. There's a lot of people trying to kill us. If you watch the movie, I waited like an additional month to finish and go further. We shouldn't touch them, right? The bodies? This is like a crime scene? We can't just call the cops yet. Come on! We can't call the cops. You know anything the police will find, they'll take. You know it. If the book's here, we should find it first, really. And you're just... We're just talking about this, you and me, right? She means you two and us. John, this just isn't going to be how it was in your head. Time to get over it. Hey, I'm over it. I was born over it. I'm exceedingly mature. I don't know if you know. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's just try find the Book of Set together. Find the Book of Set. So this is where you pan around. Alright, so we have skeletals. Inspect the corpse. Let's see what the corpse has to say. Nick crouches down beside the woman's skeleton, but Isabel looks disturbed by the motion. Maybe... I'm sorry, I don't think this is really appropriate. Nick checks her anyway. Nick looks up at Isabel. I don't really think she'll mind. To this, Isabel considers what herself would have minded if she would watch her own body crumpled, bent, twisted in a repose of sun-starched insect. And how she would reflect on what minor indignities she'd allow thrust upon her in the previous days. Isabel gives Nick a sad look. Just do it fast. Nick looks through her pouch, but only finds worn-down pencils and mostly empty date book. He flips through it. There's a calendar book here. This is from 1939, and most of the pages are torn out. He finds one page intact. Wait, there's an entry, March 12th. It's in a different language. Isabel peeks over her shoulder. It says, we've Narrowed it down to a few places. Brit, Fame, a couple others. Long bus ride today. I need sleep. More tomorrow. She opens her eyes a little wide as a realization is forged in the pit of her thoughts. She was Dutch. You gonna get upset because I'm checking the male corpse next too? Nick bends down and rifles through the corpse's pant pocket. Oh, wait! How? Look at that. Sexism is alive and well. No one cared about me digging through the guy's pockets. He pulls out something. Got a wallet, he says. Nick finds a small scrap of paper, torn. It appears like a calendar book. Someone has scribbled down a drawing of the crypt, with the addition of a spot on the wall beneath the painting. It looks like he sketched the room, Nick says, holding it up so the others can see. And he made a little point of emphasis right here under the tomb. There, look. Nick reads a name plainly printed on one of the wallet cards. Patrick Walsh, born October 1898? Isabel looks struck. Patrick Walsh, she says? The explorer? John looks tired by hearing this. He walks over to the body of the dead woman. This must be Betty Walsh, then, Isabel explains to everyone, not John, that Dr. Walsh was an explorer who disappeared. Him and his niece, Elizabeth, Betty. She was a cultural studies major or something. John nods. It's one of the most famous disappearances of well-known archaeologists. Not to say you should have heard it, Jensen. He smiles. Jensen shakes his head. That a shot at me? That's a shot at me. Nick rises, still holding the wallet, but Jensen suggests it'd be a bad idea to keep it. Leave the billfold with him. Wouldn't want to make the eventual interrogation by police any more, difficult than it'll be. Oh, piss off. It's a wallet from over 100 years ago. What'd you do, come down and kill them? Nick agrees and puts it in the dead man's pocket. Inspect the painting. I see the water theme continues. Ah, yes, Mr. Blake. It's like that blasted antechamber there. Notice anything familiar? The water, helpfully labeled Nimhe, here flows from the top, or from there. God Set in Keris at the bottom. Keris and Set are linked by this somehow, I think, in Digit. Digit and Nihi. It's the two ways Egyptians referred to time back then. Nihi was linear, and how we perceived it, and Digit was eternal, where gods and spirits resided. It was where all times existed at once. I thought they had their own beliefs. Move on. What does that mean for this? Well, the antechamber had all the water on a sort of clock system, correct? Tied to the seasons? Yeah, but it didn't make any sense. The seasons would actually overlap like that to actually work and open the door? And letting the newly constructed Caris out of his tomb. But that's just speculation at this point. He says it's speculation just because I added the last part. Okay, so we already did this, so we're going to make sure we inspect everything in this one little room. Okay, did the bodies, did the floor, did the ceiling. Okay, so find the marked stone. Hold on. Examine stones. Next looks to the space marked on the torn scrap of paper and notices that one of the last stones seems pushed slightly out of place, like something was gently nudging it from its natural alignment. He approaches it cautiously, as if attempting to avoid frightening a small animal away from its hovel, and turns to the others, about to ask if anyone else notices the strange rock. But, turning only reveals that his fellow explorers have disappeared. Jensen, John, Isabel, and even Vale are nowhere to be seen. Hey, guys? Nick calls out, hey, guys, where'd you go? But gets no response. But still, it would be wrong to say that Nick is alone. He isn't. Not entirely. Talk to Patrick Walsh, since he was the lead archaeologist. Can you talk? Patrick, can you speak? Of course I can speak. I was dreaming. I could always control my dreams. Patrick seems to think, though Nick isn't rightly sure, where he gets the impression. Except this one. This dream, it finally says. I couldn't control this dream at all. A scene from many years earlier plays out in Nick's mind. The man struggling, shooting himself. So I had to exert myself. I had to get out. You understand? I persisted and the dream was over and I was happy for it to be done. You were dreaming? You killed yourself. Did you kill her? I'm trying to understand. Are you saying you killed her? It quivers as if chilled. Only in one dream did I ever kill her, and a strange dream it was. I was hardly myself. So you did kill her. I'm sorry, but leave me alone, please. I'm too tired for dreaming right now. Talk to Betty Walsh. You're useless. How did you die? Oh, okay, she doesn't speak English. Ik begreep het niet. Hoe heb ik vertrekken? Het was op de grond. Now let's try that with English. Next sees the past remain, the woman fighting and struggling to death. But by whom? He cannot see. Her voice continues. Ik heb ze niet zijn. Ik kon niet ademen. Nick sees a clouded figure concealing an object under a large stone near the casket itself. Hoe heeft ze het boek te krijgen did ze? Who choked you? Who else was killed? Someone hide something. I'm trying to understand. Did someone hide something in there? The murderer? Or it looks at him. Ik denk dat het was gewoon in droom. In lunge. Verslaka droom. I don't speak Dutch! Blake? Is he okay? Mr. Blake, do you know where you are right now? Do you know what day it is? Whoa, where'd you guys go? Whoa. Huh. Nick removes the large rock from near the casket to discover a small collection of items. Jensen comes over. Mr. Blake? Wait, where did you find that there? Jensen asks Isabel. Takes a peek, and at first only sees what appears to be a clay pot. It looks like, she says, studying it. It looks like, oh, John, look, it's ten-a-leaf jar. These were thought to be very powerful artifacts used in casting off of spells, rituals. Ten-a-leaf? What kind of spells? Do you believe in that stuff? Ten-a-leaf? Nick looks at Isabel. Ten-a-leaf jar? I've never heard of ten-a-leaves. Vale confirms her ignorance. Me neither. They're a rare budding flower, Isabel says. They look like... Have you ever seen a monk should? Wolfsbane? They're like the Eastern equivalent. Highly poisonous if used improperly. Jensen grips Nick's arm for a moment, trying to get a better look. There's a small black thing lying next to the jar, and... Is that a book? Is that a book there? The book I said. Is he? Can you read it? No, actually. It's not a language, it's a code. The top line here is a mixture of Coptic, Latin, Aramaic. It's all out of order. The grammar makes no sense. Well, what can you tell us? It's saying something about spellcraft, I think. And set, raising him or using his powers. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this, Dr. Petrie. Could probably decipher. Petrie, no! There's already too many. We're spoiling the broth as it is. We don't need any more hands, Edie. Who's Dr. Petrie?
He's not just another hand. He studied the 7 jackals for longer than I've even been alive. And he lives in Cairo. He's a personal friend.
But...
No, Jensen. You're overruled. We're bringing the book to him.
And now we're bringing the bloody... Wait. First, you, Space Cadet, how the hell did you know any of that stuff was here?
The ghost told me.
I'm gonna be honest. Fuck. Literally. Okay, I don't know really want to have to try and come up with something on the spot here, and then have to remember what I said later, so I can sometimes talk to ghosts. Oh god, okay, I didn't think you were... Alright, we're doing this now. Okay, then.
Wait, what?
This is Paris all over again? No! Jensen, you attract complete psychopaths! He's not crazy, guys, alright? He's not crazy. We're not crazy, really. I realize now that me saying we're not crazy sounds like I'm being crazy, but I'm not. he found the book, Banning. What can you say? What can we say to that?
Well, okay, wait, look. If the spirits talk to you, like...
Did they tell you how they died?
Yes, that would... Actually, that's... Yeah, how did they die, then?
Do you really want to know? A voice is heard down the cavernous pathway. John! Isabel! Did we have a good day? Everyone except Nick and Val knows instantly. It's Joe. Isabel shouts back, one good day can make careers, and laughs, echoing a statement she learned in school. A supposed tristem of archaeology meant to forcibly instill some measure of patience in the incoming student bodies. It's becoming a running joke since, but not entirely. Neighborhood Embrit and cafe owner Joseph Joe Wimple hops off the last step of the makeshift ladder to the foul-smelling crib. Joe turns to see his friends John and Isabel approaching from the nearby cabin. Isabel hides the book. No need to get Joe involved, she thinks. Along with... Is that Jensen with 2 strangers in tow? Hey, guys! Great, another one. Hey, I hope you know this guy. Hey, let's just go with hey. Nick gives a small wave. Hey! John slaps Nick's back. Don't worry, it's just Joe. Vale chokes out a laugh. Oh, don't worry, it's just Joe. Quickly, the situation is revealed, promising Mr. Wimple a cut of their take. John and Isabel have illegally dug a wide, gaping hole. Imagine for scale a residential pool directly through Joe's floor down into the burial chamber, which at least explains how they beat Jensen to the tomb. Great, so you dug a hole through the tomb. Oh, that's fantastic. Talk about ripping and destroying, precious goods. But, hey, talk about being a dick. Unfortunately, it also explains the large amount of noise complaints the cafe has received in the last few weeks, as they slowly and loudly hollowed out its foundation. The police, tired of the calls, have arrived upstairs and want to question the diggers, which usually, in cases such as these, means a bribe is desired. Wimple says he needs Jensen, the only licensed guide among them, to go downtown and sign a few papers. I've already paid them off, and they just needed to look official. Now, the very idea of leaving the hugely historic, sure to be unimaginably prosperous, finds shudders Jensen. He takes a step back as if he's been struck. Absolutely not! If you think I'm going to lolly back here in the crapper when we've discovered the Book of Bloody Scent, and that
Mr. Blake, we found the tomb. The 3 of us, not them.
I know you pulled it out from underneath the rubble. I am not the one that brought you here. Does he have to go? Nick looks at Joe. Does he have to leave? He's the reason we're here. I don't want him to cut out. Joe chuckles. He won't get cut out. You won't get cut out, Jensen. I need you for this, and if you don't come, I can't say that the police will do. They could detain you fellas at the city limits, You might never reach Petrie. Jensen leaps on Nick, grabbing his coat. Let me come along to Cairo. Joe doesn't need my help. You don't need my help. You've gotten out of worse. He just wants to help his friend, John. Because he knows they don't want me to be involved. Come along, Jensen. Jensen, it's better you stay behind. Come along, Jensen! Nick hopes he doesn't regret this, but okay, you can come along. But you get whatever's owed you already. Whatever we split, and that's it. I'm not paying you any more out of the pocket for anything past this point, okay? As Wimple shrugs, it's not his ass if the cops leave unfulfilled. Jensen falls to his knees in divine subjugation. Of course, it will. I'll be like I'm not here. Wimble goes back upstairs. In 5 minutes' time, Nick, John, Jensen, Vale, and Isabel will be in the cafe, where we'll see a television reporting warning of increased security on the roads due to recent terror alert. In 10 minutes, they'll have collectively decided to take the train, and in 15, they'll be walking to the nearby train station, bags and the book of set in tow. Cairo and the enigmatic Dr. Petrie awaits. So we're already getting necromancy. No, I do not wish to review you. I already reviewed you once, actually. What's worse? What's the worst that could happen? And the curse of the gods. So I must say I really enjoyed that. Looks like what's up next is Chapter 3, Unknown Lands, Part 1. Nick and his new partners head to take a train to Cairo in hopes of recruiting the enigmatic Dr. Petrie. So, like I said, 5 hours it takes for these to regenerate. We have chapter 18, so 15 more chapters, and then yeah, there's so many more that right now they're in the works of doing, and so pretty much this, by the way, is to evolve. So in case you didn't watch the new Mummy movie, none of this was included, by the way. None of this was included in the movie. This is kind of like after. This is comic book story. This is kind of like, imagine The Walking Dead and its comic book story. This is what's going on. So they plan on, I believe, making a TV show or a movie to bring in the universe, because there's so many other things in the universe that they plan on piling on. So I watched the Mummy movie. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't. I really enjoyed it. You should see it. It was far more enjoyable. The Brendan Cruz one that had laughs and tons of humor and everything, that had its own purpose. But remember, we've got the Scorpion King to come into this universe. We've got Set, which is still unseeable. He's kind of like the King of Death. There's so many Egyptian gods and whatnot that we haven't yet seen, and it really is a universe. That's why this is called Mummy to the Dark Universe. So I hope y'all did enjoy that. Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below whether you did or didn't. Also, feel free to like and share. And if you want to follow me down or support my channel and all, there's a couple links down in the description below. And aside from that, I hope y'all did enjoy. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.